We'll show you what we've come to know on board while sailing wisdom.
Okay, this is our chain plate situation. So the chain plates come in from the deck and they then bolt with 3 3/4 inch bolts. So this is the cap shroud, this is the aft lower, and then this takes both of them and transmits it down through this very rusty piece of iron to our frames, to our keel. That one's our forward lower. It's the same business. We got 3 3/4 inch bolts. Here's the stainless steel part that you see outside, and then it's just bolted to this very, very rusty piece of iron. So this is why we're replacing our chain plates. The iron is in such bad shape. So the chain plates have leaked over the years, and then water got in, and then it just poured right on the iron. We're gonna be switching from this internal system where the chain plates attach to a connecting rod which goes down to the iron frames of the boat. We're gonna take that out, and we're just going to go bronze directly to the top sides of the hull. It's gonna be a lot of stripping, a lot of cleaning, and then probably a lot of sanding, let's be honest. And then a lot of glassing. The metal's literally just coming off in sheets. And in all honesty, I've never seen it come off this thick before. These are some hefty pieces. And you can actually see the pages opening up in each one. But this is a little more than it's done before in the past. So I'm glad we are going to be changing this out for a better system. Okay, so the chain plate goes from the deck. It's gonna come down 19 inches. Now, if we do 3/4 inch bolts, what you have to do is whatever the diameter of the last bolt is, you have to go 20 times that diameter past. So at 19 inches, we're looking at 15 extra, because that's 20 times 3/4, 34 inches. All right, that goes past. All right, so we can go down easily down to 32 inches. That last 2 inches is gonna be a lot of work because I'd have to grind off all sorts of stuff down there and all that. Now, being how the hull is actually overbuilt for what it needs to be, and therefore doesn't need any of this reinforcement anyway, I'm not gonna go those last 2 inches. But what I am gonna keep in mind is when I'm selecting the bolts, like when I'm trying to find them wherever I get them from, if I go with the 5/8 inch bolt instead of 3/4, that's only 12.5 inches past. So that's better than 15. So if we did the 5/8 inch bolts, we would then actually be okay with stopping it at the 32 inches down from the top. If we do the 3/4, we factored it by 2 inches, which, you know, not the best, but also way overbuilt and stronger than it needed to be anyway. So, you know, no harm, no foul. As far as these guys, I'm going to work around them because I don't want to be, I'm trying to minimize how much I'm doing here while doing a major change to this boat. So if I can keep this plumbing like until the last horn blows, because it's really nice. This is also the shower pump. So if I wash my feet in here or something, it just pumps right out. It's nice. I like having it. And then this is the vent for the toilet. So I really want to keep that on. That is where we are. So we need to bulk this up, take these out, and then take it from there. So last week I was asking you guys where to get fasteners in silicon bronze because we were having some financial troubles on that one. So I found chain plates for about $1,100 to $1,400. The metal, just the bars, no bolts. The bolts were going to cost around $1,200 to $2,000. Too much money. So thank you for the suggestions. Through those suggestions, I was able to find a place that had them for $900. So that's some savings. But there were all these comments about, have I looked at doing carbon fiber chain plates? And I hadn't. But there were so many comments about it that I looked into it. And I absolutely love it. There's no bolt holes. There's no leaks.
It's not going to move around in the deck because it's bonded to the deck. Everything just ties together as to one piece the way it's supposed to be. Like the rig loads become part of the hull, not the rig loads are bolted to something that'll then transmit it to the hull. It's everything just flows one to the next. And I love the concept. Now we kind of know what the budget was to do bronze. So if we can do carbon fiber for around that same amount, hopefully less, because that's a lot of money. But if we can do it for less, then that'll be excellent. We can then bond the carbon fiber chain plates into this hull, and just, that'll be so cool. I mean, this is a really old boat, and it'd be so cool for it to then have carbon fiber chain plates just coming up through the deck, just molded in. That's neat. I love that. I'm so grateful for all of you guys, all of your comments and suggestions, because it was revolutionary. I did not know that composite chain plates were at that point where they are now. And I absolutely love it. I thought that they had to be part of the hull during the initial layup of the hull. Like while you're building it is when you could put them in. I didn't think you could retroactively put them in after the fact. So the fact that you can retrofit composite chain plates into any boat is so cool. I love this. So thank you for all your comments. Now, tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing a Zoom chat with all our patrons, and it's just going to be a think tank to figure out what kind of carbon fiber we need, what material, how much of it, where to get it from, all these things. We're going to be going over all the little details. And if you want to be part of that Zoom call, all you got to do is sign up and join our Patreon, and you can then be in there to help guide us in this whole project that we're doing. So I really look forward to seeing you there, and I am so excited for tonight's Zoom call. So to become a patron, all you got to do is click on the link that's right under this video. You can also click on the link that's here, but the little pop-up thing is going to say, become a patron. So if you guys want to be in that Zoom call, all you got to do is join our Patreon group, and we really want to see you there, because the more input on this, the better. This is very new territory for me. I have pretty much spent this week researching. I watched Duracell Project make theirs. I watched another catamaran make theirs on a bulkhead, and then a lot of reading. So pretty much where we're looking now is we're going to be making the chain plates. So we need to either make a mold or somehow make it in here, and then build up the chain plates, bond them in place, and then cover the whole thing in a whole bunch of cloth. That way it's sandwiched into the hull. Now that's the preliminary right now plan. After the Zoom chat, we'll have our actual plan, because then we'll be having a little think tank session with people who know on this topic. So I am so excited for the call tonight. So I'll be there. Maddie will probably be there. Let's be honest, this is going to bore the snot out of her, but I'll be there. Oh, I cannot wait for this. So tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, pretty much this video went out at noon Eastern Time. So 5 hours later, we're going to be doing the Zoom chat. So join our Patreon family, get the links, and then we'll see you in the Zoom chat. So stay tuned. That way you can see how it's unfolding right now.
Thanks for watching this episode of Sailing Wisdom. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next Rigging Doctor episode. And if you're interested in even more Rigging Doctor awesomeness, consider becoming a patron to see all of our extras. Can't wait to see you next time as you join us out here on the high seas.